you thank you for this day. Father, we thank you for the president of the meeting. Father, we thank you for these fans that showed up here to support these kids this year. And I pray that one day we want to keep everything playing, be safe. And God, you glorify for everything that happens today. Lord, I pray that you get God to be able to be upon our country, to be upon these kids. Lord, we love you and thank you for what you're all right. I say you pray. Amen.
And now I'm going to sing it, but I shall. This was Angel Ellison.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now tuning in, I'd like to welcome you to the TAPPS 2A State Championship round. We're here in the semifinals. We're facing with Texoma Christian School Eagles and Austin Waldorf Roadrunners. The Roadrunners come into this thing after finishing District 12-0. They have an impressive 31-2 overall record. And the Texoma Eagles group comes in after finishing District 6-2 with also an impressive 20-13 record. Let's see if the Eagles has what it takes to slow down this Roadrunners group. Roadrunners starters are number 13, Jeff Wilson, 20, Tobias Merrick, 25, Connor Horton, 34, Benjamin Callahan, and 50, Andrew Bell. And the Eagles start 00, Blazy Benton, 2, Kyle McCarthy, 11, Cody Park, 21, Brendan Robinson, and 25, Carson Crow. We start off with Roadrunners basketball. They drive baseline going for a reverse layup, and it's no good. Out of bounds on Roadrunners. It'll be Eagles basketball. Roadrunners starting out here in a full court 1-2-1-1 press. The Eagles, with their press break, move the ball through their big Brenton Benson, and get the ball across half court. They start the ball around the volleyball line, get into their offensive set. Looks like they're going 3 out, 2 in with a high-low set between the two bigs, trying to drop inside using that size against this Roadrunners club. Ball movement is good early on from the Eagles. Ball's moving side to side. The Roadrunners are out in the passing lane, and the Eagles get it inside in the high post and miss an easy one. But clean it up on the inside is 00, Blaze Benson with the follow and the first 2 points of the night. Roadrunners have the ball out top. Ball movement, a couple dribble weave passes, and a stop and pop at the free throw line from 34. Benjamin Callahan. And the Eagles with a great box out, putting the end to that offensive possession for the Roadrunners. Roadrunners back in their 1-2-1-1 full court set. Force the Eagles into a travel, and this looks like it's going to be a tough matchup. The Roadrunners coming in 12-0 in district. They went undefeated, so they'll be the first place team. Also, Texoma Christian was also first place in their district. Their 6-2 record was good enough to take that, but they'll have their hands full with this Roadrunners club. Roadrunners with good ball movement, wide open shot from the wing, a little just short, put up by number 34, Benjamin Callahan. The ball pushes forward from the Eagles by Kyle McCarthy. Kyle swings the ball to the right to 21, Brendan Robinson. He and Brendan play catch over here on the right wing. Then they reverse the ball for a wide open number 11, Cody Park, who decides not to take the shot. Very patient, very good offense here by this Eagles offense. Great penetration, but they end up getting stumped by this Roadrunners club who comes up with the block. Off the Eagles, Roadrunners basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first game of the night, again, my name is Dwight Coleman. I am the JV coach here at Nolan Catholic and the assistant men's varsity coach. And we're glad to have you for our TAPPS 2A state semifinal game. The winner of this game will go into the championship game tomorrow following our girls championship game, and they will face the winner of the Huntsville Alpha Omega game that's up next, and the Bryan Brazos Christian game. Huntsville and Bryan will face off next after this. Again, Roadrunners staying true to their mascot and picking up full court, keeping the tempo of this game up. They end up with a steal and an easy layup by number 21. By number 25, Connor Horton. Roadrunners seem to be in a 2-3 matchup zone that shifts around and forces the Eagles into a tough shot. Eagles get away with an over the back there, but the referees give the ball to the Roadrunners. Road runner point guard walking the ball up the floor. Surveying what he has. The Eagles are in a man-to-man zone. Road runner starting 4-low with an easy penetrating kick and a wide open shot. And finally, on the third attempt of the night, Benjamin Callahan gets one to fall. Another steal out front by Connor Horton. Picks up his dribble, up fakes, goes up and under, and misses the easy lay. Road runner point guard number 2, sophomore Kyle McCarthy, sticking his nose in there and coming up with a big rebound and drawing the foul. I'm sorry, that was Eagle point guard Kyle McCarthy. Road runners try to pick him up in a full court press. And the Eagles, although they got it across half court, they get called for a moving screen on number 25, Carson Crow, who holds his seal and tries to shove the Road Runners' smaller post underneath the basket to allow 00 Blaze Benson for an easy layup, but the referees pick up on the foul. Again, the Road Runners use the dribble penetration. And number 20, Tobias Merrick with a crafty move. A dribble penetration stop and pivot for a turnaround jumper. Steal again by who else? Number 25, Connor Horton. He's got 3 steals on the night. And a tip and follow by Connor Horton. This guy's all over the place. And he's pumped up. Timeout, Texoma. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere. We got great action here tonight in the 2A state semifinal game. And we're back. The score 2-9. Road Runners have the early lead. The Eagles are taking the ball out, going to our right as we push the ball up the floor by number 2, Kyle McCarthy. Road Runners are going to pick up here in a half-court 1-3-1 trap, pushing. They'll push their top guy all the way out to put pressure on the basketball, and then the other 3 guys waiting behind the half court trying to trap at the half court line and end up picking up a bad foul. Eagles inbound the basketball and swing it around. You can tell they're a very patient group on the offensive end. Love the high-low look, using those 2 big posts on the inside. After a couple of dribble penetrations, the Road Runners almost had something going, but the Eagles stole it away. And the easy run out by the Eagles point guard, they get stuffed again by 25, Carson Crow. Man, this guy's a heck of a defender. He's gotten 3 steals and a couple blocks here, and we're not even out of the first quarter. Good kick to the corner by the Eagles. Wide open catch and shoot, no good. 20, Tobias Merrick, again showing a little craftiness with a double crossover in the behind the back. Again with the behind the back, drives all the way in, asks for the and one. Still waiting on the referee call. And they call on the floor. On the floor. We got a sub coming in for the Road Runners, number 33, John Callahan, checking in for number 50, Andrew Bell. Road Runners going small here, trying to open the floor up. And as soon as we get the ball in, we get a shot up by 20, Tobias Merrick, who misses the 3, but the Road Runners end up with another offensive rebound and the foul. They're going to the line with 2 shots. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you this one promised to be a good one. This Road Runners group, again, comes in off of a perfect district run. And facing number 1 in their district, facing the other district's number 1 team, the Eagles, who came in first place in their district at 6-2. 2 different styles of play. The Eagles are more of a more of an interior style of play they seem to have with high-low sets off their first few possessions. And the road runner looks to break it down with the dribble penetration and get their post-ups when they can. Another penetration here by the road runners and ends up in a dribble penetration and kick out. But they're still staying aggressive, getting to the basket. It's 25, Connor Horton. And you can see why this road runners team is 12-0. They're very aggressive attacking the rack. They like to pick you up with the press constantly, and they end up getting another steal, pushing the ball up the floor, moving the ball well, post feed and a kick out to the backside. Textbook basketball. Anytime you pass that ball to the inside, you always want to look opposite for a skip. They get a steal and a backdoor slashing layup. This road runners team is off to a hot start. Oh, my goodness. Your Eagles are pushing the ball up the floor, keeping their head up, keeping that ball moving, staying poised, although they're gotten down early 13-2. They get an easy short corner mid-range floater from number 3, Matthew McCarthy, who just checked in minutes ago. Score 13-4, road running basketball, step back pull by none other than the smooth righty, Mr. Tobias Merrick. This guy has moves for days. Again, penetration on the baseline by number 3, Kyle McCarthy. This time he decides to drop it off to the big inside, who comes up short with a lay. And then road running right back down the floor is number 13, Jeff Wilson. Non-stop action so far from this road runners group, as well as the Eagles, who are come just shy of putting points on the board themselves. The Eagles getting all the looks that they want with this great ball movement on the offensive end. Road runners just staying with their aggression on defense, and it's starting to show like it's going to take a toll. Eagles take their first quick shot that I've seen of their possession, but it comes up big by 00 Blaze Benson with the free throw line jumper. After the made baskets, you see the road runners slowing the pace down, kind of setting up their offense. Run a backside curl. Blade Benson with another steal. Off on the break, 101. Nice move with a slight euro over the top. Like Ginobili himself for a layup. Road runners push it back down and blow the layup. Eagles will have another shot to try to get this thing under 9. They look backside, but the road runners get the steal. 34 seconds on the clock. Road runners basketball. They're up 17-8. Good ball movement and a slight push on what could have gone, a call that could have gone either way. And I'm sure you hear the Eagles crowd screaming in dissatisfaction at the call by the referee. That foul will go on number 2, Kyle McCarthy. Checking in for the Eagles is number 10, Jack Turner. And out for the Eagles is starting post Carson Crow, number 25. Ball in on a quick catch and shoot by the road runners, number 33, John Callahan, who checked in just moments ago with a big catch and shoot 3 from the corner to open up this thing 8-20. Road runners with an early 12-point lead. Eagles with an opportunity to take the last shot of the quarter. Good ball movement as they look to get the ball inside again to the silky smooth, big Blaze Benson, who draws the foul. 1.7 seconds on the clock. Let's see what the Eagles do to try to get a quick bucket going into the break. Set up in a box set, out of bounds play. Over the top, catch and shoot. Oh, just right of the basket. Great look by Matthew McCarthy. He just misses it as 2 road runners close out on him. And with that, we'll take a break. Road runners up 20-8. And we'll see you soon, ladies and gentlemen. Don't touch that dial. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this TAPPS 2A state matchup between the Road Runners of Waldo and the Eagles of Texoma. Road Runners get an early steal on the Eagles' possession. Penetrating kick, great assist by number 13, Jeff Wilson, to a wide open catch and shoot by number 20, Tobias Merrick from the corner. This Road Runners team has no problem putting the ball in the basket, as they like to get up and down, move the ball, and take whatever open shot that they can from any player that they have available. Highly talented group that we're seeing tonight against this Texoma Eagles group. Eagles drive the ball back down and end up at the line. Number 11, Cody Park, a senior guard. It nails the front end of the two-shot trip. And he hits both. Road Runners with a sideline break, kicking the ball up the sideline to number 20. Merrick has it on the sideline, decides to move it once, throws the skip pass all the way across to 33, John Callahan, who's in off the bench, and off the Eagles' foot off of the Callahan penetration. Ball possession still Road Runners. Road Runners with a backside slash and a one-dribble pull-up by Merrick, no good. 34, Benjamin Callahan with the offensive rebound. Road Runners with a couple of swings, kick out to number 25, Connor Horton, who misses just long on the catch and shoot three. The Eagles try to kick it back up, and an early turnover by sophomore guard Kyle McCarthy will give the ball back to the Road Runners. McCarthy and the Eagles pick up in a 1-2-2 zone, three-quarter court. Road Runners try to counter it here with a 1-3-1 on the offensive end. Now as they make their offensive adjustment to try to balance the floor, they have a baseline runner that slashes, makes the catch, but gets called for steps by the official on the right sideline. Checking in for number 13, Jeff Wilson, is number 15, Andrew Bell, the starting sophomore forward for the Road Runners. Ball moves around by number 2, Kyle McCarthy, to number 3, Matthew McCarthy. The brothers share the ball well, but Matthew ends up traveling there as he crosses the half-court line facing that Road Runner trap. Road Runners showed a lot of toughness on the defensive end, kind of had this Eagles group frazzled here in the opening moments. But you can tell both groups have no problem with executing their sets. It's just all about the Eagles settling down and getting a couple good looks at the basket. Road Runners move the ball well with the backside slash and try to go for the high-low look, and the steal by Blaze Benson. Blaze pushes it up 2-on-1, decides to go to Kyle McCarthy, who decides to pull it back out in the fast break set, and because there's no numbers there. Blaze gets trapped in the corner, kicks it out to McCarthy, and McCarthy slices and dices and ends up getting fouled. This duo of McCarthy and Blaze have been in the entire game, and they seem to move the ball well amongst each other. A little bit of help from the rest of the Eagles would be great right here as they're facing this 13-point deficit. Great hustle back by 21 on the Eagles, Benson Robinson, who saves a fast break layup that was possible by the Road Runners. Quick shot by 33, John Callahan. Again, McCarthy with the rebound, pushed it all the way, blows the layup, but Blaze Benson is there for the cleanup. Those two guys have been at it all night for the Eagles, and they hope to kind of close this gap that the Road Runners have opened up. Road Runners slow it down with a little bit of ball movement, facing this 3-2 zone, kind of probing it, trying to see which way to best set their offense and balance against it. This is a sign of a good offensive team. A lot of teams that press, as the Road Runners do, and like to get up and down, don't do as well in the half-court set, but the Road Runners seem to have a double-edged sword that they like to get out and run, but also slow it down when they see after they give up the basket. Great hustle there again by Jack Turner, who gets his hand